Hey everybody, it's good to see you again. I have a great video to share with you today. A few years ago, I was wearing BareMinerals makeup all the time, and I had a friend tell me that it didn't look so great on my skin. I think I was having some pretty bad breakouts at the time, and the BareMinerals just wasn't covering it. It probably was because I wasn't really using the right products. Anyway, I kind of steered away from mineral makeup for a while, and I'm excited to say that I got curious again and I kind of ventured into that department of Sephora pretty recently. So I have some new things to share with you and I'm really excited. So this is my mineral makeup routine using BareMinerals foundation. The first thing that I have to share with you is the BareMinerals Biolucent Mineral Brightening Treatment. This is one of their skincare items from their skincare line. And I picked this up actually on Ulta's website because it was on sale. It was like $20 off almost. And I'm always looking for things to brighten my complexion, to make it look more ethereal, more youthful, So I really have been enjoying this. I have already prepped my skin using one pump of this here. And I washed my face probably about 15 minutes ago, so this is already set into my skin very nicely. So you guys saw from my haul for my birthday that I purchased the Bare Skin foundation from BareMinerals, and I've been really enjoying it. It's a pretty intense coverage for how light it feels on my skin, and I've been really enjoying it. However, today I'm not going to be wearing this because I really want to demonstrate how I've been wearing the mineral makeup. For the last few weeks, I've just been really into the way my skin has felt and looked when I've been wearing my mineral foundation. So I'm just really happy to share this with you today. So I have two different formulas of the BareMinerals foundation. This is the powder foundation, the actual original foundation that they came out with. So this one here is in the shade Fairly Light, and this one here is in the shade Medium Beige. This is in the matte formula, and this is in their original formula. I've just been mixing these two together. I originally picked up just this color in the Fairly Light shade, and it is really light. I went out and bought the darker shade to go along with it, so I've just been mixing the two together. I've been using a small buffing brush just like this. This is the one from Real Techniques. There is a little sifter which you can open and close for, easy transportation with the product. If you want to take it with you while you're traveling, you can open and close it. So I usually just take a small bit, just about that much in the cap here, and I do the same for the other product, the other color. It's a really tiny amount, and I think that's where a lot of people can go wrong with this product, is they end up putting too much on their skin at one time. And mineral makeup, especially this mineral makeup, works best if you take small amounts, really buff it in, take a long time, which I'm a fan of. So you swirl the product in the lid and then tap off the excess. I usually start in small circular motions, usually on my jawline, which is where I have the most trouble with my skin. I used to use BareMinerals a few years ago, and I was so in love with it. I remember when I first moved to San Francisco and I went to the Westfield Mall downtown. They have a standalone BareMinerals store, and I remember going crazy in there, like just freaking out and being like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I never even knew that BareMinerals had like standalone stores, so I just remember being thrilled about that when I first moved here. So I'm just going to bring the camera in a little bit closer so you can see full coverage mineral makeup with the BareMinerals powder foundation. So this is the side that I covered here, and this is the side that I didn't cover. Yeah, I feel like it's really beautiful coverage, and it feels so nice. There's no no liquid involved. So it automatically just melts right into your skin. It just feels so incredible. I hope you can see that. So now I'm just going to take a minute and even out the other side of my face. Alright, I don't know what's going on with my hair today. I just didn't feel like doing it. I have the day off work, so I just really wanted to sit around and not have to worry about doing my hair. I'm trying to grow my hair. It's such a frustrating process. If you are trying to grow your hair out, I would love to know your secrets. Hair growth happens so slowly anyway. And I've been taking my hair, skin, and nails vitamins. So come January, I will have the longest possible hair that I can have for the wedding, which I'm so excited about. Yeah, our invitations are already done. My sister Sydney designed them and I absolutely love them. I think they're so perfect. They're so unique. She's an illustrator and she has such talent, I'm just so in love with them. And I'll make sure to show them to you guys when we get them, because the illustration is just so adorable. The next recommendation I have is from a friend that I work with. She's absolutely gorgeous. She actually just got a new job, so I'm not working with her anymore, but I would always just be staring at her cheekbones, and she probably thinks I'm a little bit of a freak because I'd always be like, oh my god, your cheekbones, like they were just always so sculpted so beautifully, and even when it didn't look like she was wearing any makeup, she still had it. And I just never understood how she got such gorgeous cheekbones, and it's probably just genetics. She's just naturally lucky. This is the powder that she uses to contour with. It's the BareMinerals Ready Blush in the shade Indecent Proposal. So as soon as she told me what she uses, I immediately went on Sephora's website and I bought it. It's a really interesting color. It's like a mauve dusty rose, and so it looks really natural, like a shadow. She has a much darker complexion than I do, and I still love the way this looks as a contour on my face. So I'm just going to use an angled brush here. This is from Coastal Scents. I'm just going to lightly tap it into the product here and then just sculpt out. It has a hint of a cool undertone. But it still retains some sort of rosiness. I always bring it down onto my jawline. You guys know that I like to have a more sculpted jaw. So I start here in the back of my ear and I bring it down underneath my jaw. And sculpt out the double chin here, which I will never be free of. I'm still going to be doing this book review for you from Louise Hay's Love Your Body. The positive affirmation guide to loving your body. I love it. I'm still going to be doing that for you, but every time I mention my double chin, every time I mention my neck, I think about her and I think about that book, because there's a positive affirmation that says, I love my neck. And she goes into all the details of why she loves her neck. Every time I start to complain about my double chin, I always just say, I love my neck. And maybe one day I'll believe it. It worked for a lot of other things. You'd be surprised. Alright. So now I have my contour done. As you can see, I'm kind of coming in a little bit closer to my mouth than I would normally do. I've really been liking this lately, where you kind of sculpt out your cheek. I've got this real chubby, fleshy part of my cheek right there, which I really appreciate because I feel like it looks really youthful. So when you're smiling, you just take the brush and just carve it out like that. So I've really been loving this product. If you've been looking for a contour powder, but you've been having some trouble with finding the right shade, maybe give this one a try. I was really surprised with how much I love that. And I also have this palette here. It's called the Color Boost, the Select Reserve, which it comes with. It's gorgeous. I seriously am in love with this palette. It has a hint of an iridescence to it. Not glitter, not chunky glitter at all. And it's got a gorgeous mauve blush in here as well. Yeah, I don't know the exact name of each of these colors or if they sell them individually, but together they are gorgeous. It's a very similar color to the contour color that I was just sharing with you. Perhaps it's a little more plum, but it's very similar. So if you could get your hands on the palette rather than spending money on the individual pan blush, that might be beneficial to your wallet. So I've really been loving this. It comes with a gorgeous bronzing shade, a really nice illuminating shade in the center here, and then a deeper plummy shade for a blush. So I'm just going to take my big powder brush and kind of swirl it around here in the whole pan, maybe focusing more on the bronzer side of things, but picking up a little bit of product. And just swirling it in circular motions and bringing that up to the temples to even things out, and bringing it onto the jawline just to blend out the contour in case there was any harsh lines. It just brings me to life. I always usually bring it on my chest as well. I do actually have a powder blush that came in the set with the Bare Skin foundation. This one is called Equinox, and it's that same kind of sifter, which is great for traveling. I think I might add just a tiny little bit to the apples of my cheek just for some added rosiness. I'm going to take the Real Techniques blush brush here, swirl it in the lid, tap off the excess, and just pop that right on my cheeks. And then lately what I've been doing is I've been bringing it onto my eyelid. It doesn't make them look red, it just brings out the green in my eyes, makes it look really romantic. So I'm actually just going to take from the palette here, the Select Reserve. I'm going to just run my contour brush down the center of the palette to pick up more of the highlighting shade, and just focus that here on the cheekbones. Bring it up a little bit. It adds a really subtle sheen. Nothing compared to like Becca Moonstone or the Becca Champagne Pop. But it's nice. It's more subtle than that, you know. Sometimes you don't want to see your highlight from outer space. So that is the base complete. I feel like it looks really nice, natural, and youthful. So next I'm going to work on my brows. So I've really been loving, with this sort of natural, youthful looking makeup, I've been really loving a natural, youthful looking brow. So I've been trying to go a little bit lighter with my brow combination when I wear this makeup. I've been using my trusty Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade Light and my Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Blonde, which is really, really light, really golden. I start off with the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I try to wipe off some of the product because, I don't know, do you have this trouble where it like clumps up on the brush? I don't know. So I usually start toward the center because there's more product on the brush than what I want for the front, and I usually just follow my natural brow, maybe extend it a little bit downward. And when I get to the front, I usually just brush it upward. Something like that. And I brush through that with the Anastasia Blonde. So I do the same motions. I start upward in the front, and then I go outward and out to extend it. It's very hard to make them even, but you know, you just do your best. I actually had a guest at work the other day compliment me on my eyebrows. It was a guy, and he was like, "Sorry, I know this is a really weird compliment, but your eyebrows are really perfect." And I was like, "Thanks, that's a really nice compliment though, because I have to work really hard to, get them like filled in because they're naturally so blonde." And he was like, "Yeah, I know it's a really weird compliment, but my wife watches a lot of YouTube." The next thing from BareMinerals that I have is an eyeliner, and I've actually had this for quite some time. This is not new to my collection. I don't know where I got it. It may have been in a set that I got from Christmas from a friend, or maybe I've had it for a long time, like since I was wearing BareMinerals products. If that's the case, I should probably throw it away. But it's a really great eyeliner shade. It's in a shade called Cork, and it's one of their, retractable eyeliner pencils. It's a really nice brown eyeliner. There's not really a whole lot to say about the color. It's slightly more olive toned than your standard brown eyeliner. And I just really enjoy the way that it brings out the green in my eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my upper lash line and maybe just slightly on the lower lash line, just to kind of emphasize the outer corner here. My eyelids are hooded, so if you struggle with putting eyeliner on hooded eyelids, just remember to raise your eyebrows while you're putting it on. It'll help you get really close to the lash line. And even if you have blonde eyelashes, that's a nice little trick. A tiny bit in the outer corner. I haven't really been wearing a lot of eyeshadow. I've just been doing a little bit of blush on my eyes, and that's been pretty much it lately. I don't have a mascara from BareMinerals, and I'm sorry to say I'm not really that interested in trying it out. I have so much love for my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is the one that's on the last leg. I haven't thrown it away yet. I'm just kind of waiting for it to give out completely. It's definitely on its way. So I'm just gonna add a couple coats of this mascara. Luckily I have a backup that I purchased from Ulta, so not to worry. Also, I picked up the Lights Camera, what is it called? Lights Camera Splashes, the waterproof one. So I'm excited to try that as well. Haven't given it a try yet. So I've been trying to figure out what eye makeup I'm going to be wearing for my wedding. This is probably the hardest choice I've had so far, because I am so emotional. I am such a crier. I don't mean to be so emotional. I just feel things so deeply. I never understood how people don't cry at their weddings. This is like a huge moment as a couple, It's so emotional for me. So, I don't know, I've got to find like the most bulletproof eyeliner, the most bulletproof mascara. The last thing I have to share with you is this formula from BareMinerals for their lipstick, and it's so crazy. I haven't been able to find it anywhere but QVC. So this particular lipstick came with the set of the Bare Skin foundation and the Bare Skin powder and all that stuff. So it's the BareMinerals Purely Brilliant lipstick, and I can't find it at Sephora. I even went into the BareMinerals boutique. They didn't sell it there. It's just the best lipstick formula. I don't know why they haven't released this anywhere else other than QVC. I just am totally shocked, because it's definitely my favorite lipstick formula to date. Like, I like MAC. I like all the lipsticks I have. I really like the Too Faced Melted lipstick in the shade Nude. That one's like one of my favorites, but there's just something so different about this formula of lipstick. It literally does not feel like lipstick at all, and it's a beautiful color. So I have a few different shades. So this one was the first one I ever tried. It's in the shade Delicate Cinnamon, and it looks really dark. It looks like a brown. It looks like it wouldn't be that flattering, but it's really gorgeous. I'm going to be wearing this one today. But just to share with you, QVC does sell other shades, but you can only find them on QVC, and I'm so confused as to why. So I've got two kind of more nudie brown shades, and I've got two kind of rosy mauve shades. Delicate Cinnamon is the OG shade though. This is like the one I originally tried that I fell in love with, so I'm going to be wearing that one today for you. And you know what, I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see better. That's me. My lips are feeling a little dry, so hopefully this will go on okay. The thing that I notice about this is that it's so creamy, it's so lightweight. So I usually just put a little bit on my bottom lip because I don't want it to be so intense full coverage. Blot it together. Ugh, it just feels like silk. It's so nice. It's just the prettiest wash of color. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And you can build it up. It is the type of lipstick that you can build and build and build. And it creates a more opaque color. And the more you build it up, the deeper the shade looks. I really just kind of prefer to wear it kind of natural, you know, kind of light on my lips. Alright, so that's how I've been wearing my makeup for the last few weeks. I really hope that you enjoyed watching me and maybe hopefully learning something new. And for all those people that are maybe wary of trying BareMinerals because they feel like it wouldn't look good on their skin, I feel like you should try it. It's a great product line, and I had totally strayed away from it for a long time. So I understand that it might not be everyone's cup of tea. But if you're looking for a really natural looking makeup that feels really natural as well, that literally just melts right into your skin, it's really incredible. I could probably do this makeup look in under 10 minutes. Although this video turned out to be a lot longer than that. But what I'm saying is that it can be really easy to apply, and it can be a really beautiful finish in the end as well. Look for another video coming from me soon. Alright. Mwah.